language the agency always uses, and it doesn't mean anything, and so it's unfortunate.
I'd be remiss if I didn't note that if she had released all the emails from the get-go, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, that's true, but I don't know where these emails came from. What
apparently Anthony Weiner.
Well, oh God, Anthony Weiner. I should not comment on Anthony Weiner. I'm not a big fan, and I wasn't before he got in trouble, so I shouldn't comment on Anthony Weiner.
One more question on this: is this the kind of story that makes Joe Biden say, "Damn it, I should have run"?
Michael, the only reason I didn't run had nothing to do with it. I thought I could beat Hillary. I thought I could beat anybody that ran. No one should run for president unless they think they can do that. I didn't run for one simple, overarching reason. My son was dying, and he died. That's the total reason. I mean, I have great respect for Hillary. I have great respect for other people who've run. But you don't make a decision based on the other person. I thought that at the time, I was the issues where the country's facing were right in my wheelhouse. I didn't not run because Hillary was running. I didn't run because my son's not here. Period.
If Americans go to the polls and there's an open question as to whether she's under investigation, wouldn't that mean there's an open question as to whether she faces some punishment down the road?
I guess technically, but look, I can't believe that. The answer is, I just think these things have been blown out of proportion. I think the easiest way to do it is just release the emails.
Okay. You don't want to be her Secretary of State, I'm told. This was a big issue earlier today. It came up. And
I will do anything that she wants if she's elected president to help her. But I'm not looking to be in administration. It's time for me to move on.
Your family is from, you were there until the third grade, Scranton.
Yeah.
Both my parents are from Hazleton. So
I know Hazleton well.
We're both of coal cracker,
That's
Pennsylvania
right.
stock, right? It's Trump country. It would be Biden country if you were in this. So you're not united in policy with Donald Trump. So what's the commonality, and why can't she win?
I think what's happening is
with those folks?
I think she's going to end up, I think we're going to win Scranton Wilkes-Barre. She's going to win. And the reason is that, look, people are upset and angry. They hate the dysfunction of Washington. Trump comes along and talks about how he is going to change all that. He's this new breath of fresh air. And then people started to see who he is. They started to see, look, in Scranton and Hazleton, if anybody in your household or your neighborhood talked about, I'm famous, I can go grab a woman anywhere I want, when I want it, and get the living stuffing knocked out of them. Your parents would have the end of it. That'd be the end of it. People are beginning to figure out those same people are the same people who have basic, decent values. And I think that's going to trump, no pun intended, their concern about Hillary.
All right, let's talk more now about Vice President Biden's interview with our political panel. Right now with me is Matt Lewis. He is a CNN political commentator and a senior contributor to the Daily Caller. Good to see you. Also with me, politics editor for TheRoot.com and Morgan State University professor Jason Johnson. Good to see you as well. All right, so Matt, you first. You know, Biden repeatedly, he's repeatedly saying that Clinton's, call for the FBI to release the emails is something that needs to happen. Will that be influential?
Well, I don't think so. But, I mean, look, I think a couple things here are really important to talk about. One, we live in a world right now where there's a lot of questioning about elites, about the media. Is the media telling us the truth? Institutions like the media, like government, people don't trust them. So I think if Director Comey had not gone public with this, that would have, it was going to leak out eventually. It would have stoked further doubts about, about the honesty and the integrity of government. If Hillary Clinton didn't want to be going through this, a week before the election, she shouldn't have deleted 30,000 emails using BleachBit. She shouldn't have set up a personal server. So this is a really weird spot we find ourselves in. But I guess there's nothing more 2016 than what we're going through right now, right?
Well, Jason, isn't the issue, too, about timing and being, I guess, transparent as possible with all the information at once?
Yeah, Fred, this is grotesquely unprofessional. And I've thought this all along about this email issue. First off, we have to remember, why are we even discussing Hillary Clinton's emails? This has to do with the Republicans' investigation into this crazy conspiracy theory about Benghazi. And I've always felt, and I think a lot of the American people feel the same way, look, if Hillary Clinton's use of emails resulted in the endangerment of our troops, if it had some Mission Impossible knock list that got our spies or soldiers captured in Russia, then I would be the first person saying that she should be in prison for this. But this has been going on for a year. Nothing has been found, and it's incredibly irresponsible for Comey to say, well, there may or may not be something in this, we'll discuss it. That's like saying, well, we think Barack Obama's name might be in the Ashley Madison hack. We'll get back to you in a couple of weeks. Highly irresponsible. He should have done the investigation before the announcement.
So Matt, this seems like a really uncomfortable situation for Biden, because he's obviously advocating for Hillary Clinton, saying, I'll do whatever it is that she would want me to do, but then kind of leaving the door open for, politics later. But, do you expect that, Biden will, I guess, either remain in politics or, really remain in Clinton's corner as this unfolds?
Well, I think he'll remain in Clinton's corner for one reason that's pretty obvious, which is that liberals and Democrats always stick together. I've come on your show. I was on your show last week and 2 weeks ago attacking Donald Trump. I was calling out Donald Trump, and I'm a conservative, but that's what I try to be intellectually honest. But you're not going to find a lot of liberals or Democrats ever criticizing Hillary Clinton, even though she obviously set up a private server, jeopardized our security, claims she either didn't know what confidential information was, didn't know what a C stood for, confidential, classified. She's the Secretary of State. I think this is a real issue. And look, I don't know if it's going to impact the presidential election, but I think it could certainly impact the U.S. Senate races, where voters might have a chance to put a check on Hillary Clinton and to keep a Republican Senate to kind of hold her accountable.
Jason, is this a turning point?
No, I don't think this is a turning point at all. And what I got out of a very good interview between Michael and Joe Biden is he is having one of those like Lethal Weapon, Roger Murtaugh. He is too old for this. like Joe Biden is like, I cannot believe we're having this discussion. Can we just have a presidential election? And I think that's what's key here. The vast majority of people have already decided how they feel. I am a political scientist. I theoretically don't believe in undecided voters. I think most people already knew how they were going to vote one way or another. There's probably going to be a change in the polls on Monday, but at the end of the day, people are going to make their decision in this election. Do they think Hillary is more qualified? Do they think Donald Trump is more qualified? And by all indicators, it seems like the majority of Americans seem to think Hillary Clinton is qualified. Last-second emails aren't going to change that.
All right, Jason Johnson. Matt Lewis, let's keep it right there. Thanks so much.
Thanks.